Hi guys, this is Mihai from DNN Sharp, and I'm here today to show you another great thing you can do with DNN Sharp products. You should know by now that all the great tutorials can be found on our blog page, blog.dnnsharp.com/1001, and in order to get notified every time we upload a new video tutorial, you should subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the big red button here. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a custom loading animation. To do that, I already have a setup in place here. I have a simple action form module in which I've set up a button. I'm going to show you. And this button actually does nothing more but opening another action form module in a pop-up. So my button is using the open action form pop-up and stop execution action. This is the only action that it's in use. It loads another form in pop-up. Now, that other form was intended to be a form that takes a very long time to load. As you probably know from my previous videos, in order to simulate the long time, I'm using a run SQL query that simply sits and waits. So I'm waiting for 15 seconds and then I'm selecting 1 as a value, which I'm then inserting in the text box available in my form. I've already added here a toast message that shows successfully loaded when this form loads, basically after the SQL query finished running. Let's see how this works for now. So I'm gonna click the open module in pop-up button. It should wait for 15 seconds and then you will see the pop-up showing up and the successfully loaded message. That's it. So I have my one selected and in the text box. Now, to make this a better user experience and to allow the user to see that we're actually working on something and some data is loading in the background in those 15 seconds, I'm going to show you a nice trick you can do. In the original form, the one that has the open module in pop-up button, before opening the form in pop-up, just add an display toast message and continue execution action. So we're going to display a message to the user telling him that we're planning on opening a new form and this action takes a while. So we don't know for how long this message needs to be displayed, so we're gonna exaggerate a bit. So the message we're gonna show to the user is we're opening up a form that takes a while to load. Save. Let's make that appear in the middle of the screen. So it's gonna be middle center with the text on the center. And let's see how that looks like. So it's the same setup, just that now another display toast message is involved. I'm gonna click the button. I'm seeing the message that we're opening up a form that takes a while to load, and this message stays here for the number of specified milliseconds, which is pretty much, and then it gets overwritten by the successfully loaded one. Now, you can replace that text with a nice loading animation. You can look up any loading animation that is CSS based. So I'm gonna pick a random one, loading.io. let's say this one. I'm just gonna copy the styling from here. So instead of showing that text message, I'm gonna delete everything here. I'm gonna go to the HTML and type in the style tags. Let's place the style in here, and the loading animation also has some HTML. We're gonna copy that as well, and we're gonna place it here. Save. And now let's run that again. You have a nice looking loading animation for as much time as needed for your form to bring all the needed data and to display on the page. You can also add a text that literally says that it's loading. In order to do that, you just need to change the HTML of the loading animation. So somewhere in here at the end, just add a p tag. Inside this p tag, let's write loading. No, let's move it out there. Right here. Let's see. And there it is. And you can use any loading animation that you can find online, as long as it is just CSS based. I hope you like this cool trick, if I may call it that way, which is basically built with something you probably didn't think that does that. See you again for another great tutorial. Bye!